Hello, welcome everyone to Chels Daft, Chelsea news and transfer news with so much to feature today. Some important updates, stay tuned to the end. But for now, let's get cracking. First up to the Premier League, and it's been confirmed that Phase 2 of training, the next step, has been approved unanimously by all clubs in the Premier League for contact training to commence in small groups. It's believed that it was unanimous, all clubs agreed it. It's okay to tackle now within training sessions, but there is a stipulation, and that is to try and minimise unnecessary close contact as much as possible. So even though it's still a next step and it's contact now with the players, they need to limit the time that they are within close contact to restrict that away from tackling. Twice weekly COVID-19 testing will remain and will be constant throughout. And this Thursday there's a meeting with the Premier League clubs where they will discuss possible contingencies if ultimately they decide to cancel the season, and possible relegations and awarding the title. That's to follow tomorrow, but the big step is today, is that they can now step up the training to close contact. And it's being touted that the view is around the 19th of June is when they're looking for the season to return. And I have seen a report on Twitter, it's not confirmed, it's just talk at the moment, and it's believed that you could see 5 back-to-back games, Saturday and Sunday, until the season's finished. Secondly, now to Willian, and there was a report that's featured talking about the financial markets and the situation with Arsenal and Tottenham. They're going to have to try and rein in their spending this particular summer. But as we all know, it doesn't rule out the signing of Willian, who is still being heavily linked with both clubs. As we saw yesterday, David LUIZ is become an important negotiator for trying to recruit Willian to Arsenal. For LUIZ himself, his contract's due to expire this summer. He's got no guarantees that he's going to be there beyond this season. But Jose Mourinho featured on Sky Sports this morning, and he was talking about how the transfer market this summer will change, and he questioned when exactly that market will be, and also the fact that we're not going to see massive amounts of money being spent by clubs as we've been used to seeing over a number of years, which is why the likes of Willian on a free transfer becomes more and more attractive. I still think that Frank Lampard's got a big say in the future of Willian, and I think that he'll be using this time in these training sessions to try and convince him to stay. I keep saying it, I still think Willian can offer us a solution for next season. However, Chelsea are planning for life without Willian, according to various reports, because of this reason. Benrahma of Brentford is the new name being linked with Chelsea, and it's being reported across the media that Chelsea have opened talks with Brentford over signing the Algerian Messi. The winger who's being dubbed the Algerian Messi has impressed in the Championship this season. He's played 34 games, he's scored 10 goals with 8 assists, and he's been valued by Brentford around 35.5 million if Chelsea want to sign him. The ex-Nice attacker has got 3 caps for Algeria and has made waves in the Championship with Brentford. He's only 24 and he's been touted as the alternative to Jadon Sancho. What do you think about Benrahma? Do you think he's a realistic option? Or do you still think we need to go after somebody like Jadon Sancho? Because let's not forget, if you saw my news bulletin yesterday, Chelsea have promised Frank Lampard one marquee signing. So now to Tiemoue Bakayoko with an update featured here. Chelsea have transfer listed the midfielder for a fee of 31 million, which is £9 million less than what we signed him for in 2017. We signed him from Monaco back then for 40 million. He's only made 43 appearances for Chelsea in that time, but let's not forget he was loaned out to AC Milan. He's also been out on loan to Monaco. It's being reported that PSG, Monaco, AC Milan and one other, possibly Seville, are interested in signing him. As far as PSG go, which is where it's believed that Bakayoko would favour, they only want to pay around 26 to 27 million, around £4 million short of the asking price. Could see a bidding war for Bakayoko this summer, but as per this report that's featured, he's off. He's on his way this summer. More transfer business now, and Jeremie Boga and this buyback clause that Chelsea had inserted into the contract when he signed for Sassuolo. He signed for Sassuolo for as little as 5.5 million euros, with a stipulation in the contract, a buyback clause that Chelsea could re-sign him for as little as 8 million euros. Now, for one reason or another, Chelsea have decided not to take up that option, but what they have done is negotiated the removal of that buyback clause with Sassuolo for a fee that's being reported to be higher than the 8 million euros, which is outstanding business from Chelsea's point of view. And not only that, with that buyback clause being removed, they've managed to maintain first refusal on Boga should he be put up for sale by Sassuolo. And that's been reported by Gianluca Di Marzo, who is a creditable source for the Italian football. So to Philippe Coutinho, and another twist in the situation regarding Coutinho's future. Newcastle are about to be taken over by Saudi investors who have mega money. We saw yesterday reports that they're looking at John Stones of Man City and Ross Barkley of Chelsea as potential signings this summer. It's also being reported today that they've opened up talks with Philippe Coutinho and his advisors over a move up north as part of the revolution at Newcastle next season. As we know, Bayern Munich had an option to buy him for a reduced fee, and that had expired. They had spoken last week of a potential move to take him on loan for another season. As for Barcelona, Quique Setien has gone on record to state that he likes Coutinho, but we saw reports that Barcelona have had to put up most of their squad up for sale because of financial problems. Is Coutinho one of those players? We then saw that Chelsea had reportedly opened talks with Coutinho, and I refer you back to the article yesterday featured stating that Chelsea were willing to give Frank Lampard one marquee signing this summer. If it's not going to be Sancho, it's been talked about for weeks that it could be Coutinho. Has the Newcastle bid changed all that? Has the situation with Said Benrahma as the alternative option changed all that? Due to the financial markets and the changes in those markets worldwide because of the corona, I think less money is going to be spent this summer, and I think Benrahma could be the main target after all, with Coutinho, Sancho forgotten about for at least one more season. That's it from me, guys, today. This has been a different Chelsea news and transfer news update on the channel, a bit longer than normal. Let me know what you think about anything discussed in the video in the comments section below. If you like the video, smash that like button for me, then subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications to make sure you don't miss when my videos come out. Make sure you head to my channel and check out the mini-series, the 3-part mini-series detailing the current Chelsea squad and the strongest 11, the players I think that will leave the club in the summer, and 3 possible targets plus Hakim Ziyech could join the club this summer. Thanks for watching, thank you for your support, see you all next time.